Breaking news in Montgomery County, a Mayday call followed by an emergency landing with a medical helicopter ending up on a front lawn in a Whitemarsh Township neighborhood. This is the area of Cannon Hill Road near Musket Road. The crash happening right before 8 o'clock tonight. New video sent to us from a viewer shows the final seconds before landing with the helicopter hurtling toward the ground. The chopper, a Penn Star 1 from UPenn, was headed to Wings Field in Bluebell when the pilot called Mayday. This is the 11 o'clock news. I'm Sheba Russell. Whitemarsh's police chief providing an update just about a half hour ago saying no one was hurt and no property was damaged. We heard the word lucky a lot tonight. Steve Keeley is live at the scene for us. Keeley, just remarkable considering 3 people were on board and several residents were on the ground here.
Yeah, the word we're hearing a lot tonight is miracle. I said it at 10. The chief just said it a half hour ago. It happens at 7:43, still daylight. The helicopter lands, has its emergency landing, crash landing, however you want to term it in layman's terms, right on a driveway where kids normally play basketball on a basketball court. They happen to be not home, not playing, so not hurt. Nobody on the ground hurt. One guy's mowing his lawn. He looks up. The sound of the helicopter louder than his lawnmower. One guy was in the house, and the young man who gave us that video, he's a twin brother, 2 23-year-olds. His twin, also a law school student, is studying to be a pilot, so he knew immediately something was wrong. The radio call from the pilot of the Hospital of University of Pennsylvania medevac helicopter that sources say was on approach to its home base at Wings Field in nearby Bluebell when it experienced a major malfunction. Moments later, on the next radio call provided by sources, came the good news from the pilot. We're on the ground and all 3 crew members are safe.
6007 Musket Road, wherever that works out. We're on the ground, all 3 crew members still alive.
Residents that I spoke to, naturally they all came out. A lot of children, a lot of people were out. We had a resident right over there cutting his grass and he saw it come down. We were extremely lucky. Luckily at the time, the residents where it did come down, those children were not home.
Those who live here in Whitemarsh first heard something, then looked up and saw it, then saw it on their block.
I was in my backyard, got home from work a little bit ago, and I look up, I hear the helicopter, I'm like, that sounds a little close. And I look up in the sky and I see it kind of bolting right towards our neighborhood, kind of a little spinning out of control.
There was the co-pilot seat, he was getting out. He waved over to come help, so I jumped out, I ran out, and I tried to assist the best that I can. I mean, it's pretty crazy, because I'm a student pilot myself, so seeing that definitely makes me a little bit nervous, but also the whole time I was thinking I really hope everyone's okay, and the pilots did a great job, landing it in the spot that they did.
One message we do have for anybody in the area, if you would find anything that you believe is part of this aircraft, not that we believe that much of it is missing, if you would not touch it and contact 911.
And Chief Ward said both the FAA and the NTSB on their way, and they've had a busy year in Philadelphia, the NTSB, just a week ago Sunday for that SEPTA train crash, you'll recall, when it hit the end of the line in Norristown. So here we go again. And Sheba, I had flashbacks because still having nightmares about the jet crash with the medevac plane that crashed in North Philly. You see that on the sign of that helicopter. This is actually great news because you see that and you see everybody walk away this time, which we didn't see, sadly, in January, where we saw people killed on the ground as well. And the fact that nobody on the ground was close to that thing when it came down, and the pilot, a miracle landing in terms of how he got it down in a neighborhood safely without hitting a house, hitting a car, hitting anybody driving the busy streets right toward the end of rush hour. So great all around, miracle all around, in Chief Ward's words, that is, because he was calling it a miracle for sure, but based on what he saw and what he's seeing right now.
Yeah, great to have this happy miracle news tonight here, Steve. Thank you.